We know our Blues give it their all on the ice. It's hard work being a professional hockey player, but being a fan can be a workout too. Heart-pounding action gets our blood pumping. The excitement of power plays, breakaways, and wicked slap shots makes us work up a sweat. And of course, all that beer has us racing to the restroom. And the older we get, the more often we lose that race. Or so I've heard.
Our bodies have lots of fluids. 3 of the most important include blood, sweat, and urine. Blood helps us move nutrients and oxygen around, sweat helps us keep our cool under hot conditions, and urine helps us get rid of excess waste.
Bodily fluids sounds a little gross, but let's face it, we all have them. So let's break it down.
In the simplest terms, blood is like the internet highway of our body. It reaches everywhere and delivers important nutrients to each organ and cell in our body. The heart uses the blood to deliver oxygen to each cell and then returns the waste products, especially carbon dioxide, back to the heart so then we can eliminate it every time we take a breath out.
Well, if blood is the internet, I hope my heart has broadband, 5G, high speed, something. All I know is that watching a game really gets my heart pounding. Is the stress and excitement really making my blood move faster?
When we are excited, our tissues need more nutrients and thus they need more oxygen. Those tissues send signals back to the heart, which tells it it needs to really pick it up and deliver more oxygen. It does this by beating both faster and more forcefully so that more blood is circulated each and every minute.
That's exactly how I feel when I'm sitting on the edge of my seat at a Blues game. My heart is pounding and then I start sweating. And even though it's freezing in the arena, how does that happen? Is it the jalapeno cheese on my brat?
We sweat for 2 main reasons. We can sweat when we're excited and we can sweat when we're overheated. When we're watching a game, our brain is perceiving the excitement that the players are experiencing, and that turns on our autonomic nervous system. The portion of the autonomic nervous system that's turning on is causing us to sweat from specialized sweat glands in our armpits and in our palms. The sweat that's coming from our armpits or our palms is conveying chemical information about our heightened level of excitement.
So when people say you can smell the excitement, are they talking about my pits and palms?
Watching a game on TV versus watching a game live in the stands isn't really the same. When you're in the arena, you smell the excitement. And smelling the excitement is not just an expression, it's actually a physiologic response. When we walk into the stands, what we're actually detecting is the hormones that our fellow fans are releasing in the anticipated excitement of watching the game.
One of the things that really makes me sweat is the line for the restroom at the arena. Why do we urinate? It seems like such a waste.
We eat for energy, we drink water to maintain our blood pressure and our blood volume. That biochemical process throws off waste products. Some of the waste products include excess water. That water then has to be eliminated from our system, and that water is turned into what we call urine. That urine goes from the kidneys into the bladder. When our bladder is full, it sends information to our brain. Our brainstem then sends that information to our frontal lobes, which then decide how to use that information on whether it is an appropriate or convenient time to empty our bladder.
It never seems like a convenient time to me. How does our body know when it's time to go?
This sensation of fullness is a very complex neurologic phenomena. When we feel that our bladders are full, our brain is interpreting stretch information from the bladder. Balancing the need to go to the bathroom or holding is a function of the balance between 2 arms of our autonomic nervous system, the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous systems. When we are relaxed, it's easier for us to go than when we're very excited.
Why does it feel like certain liquids, like beer, go right through you?
Part of the reason why when you drink a beer, you have to go to the bathroom is because your body is trying to regulate your blood volume. The beer also contains alcohol, and alcohol can confuse our brain's ability to know exactly how much blood volume we have. When we drink water, our body only has to deal with the volume of the water and how that affects our blood volume. However, when we're drinking beer, not only is your body contending with the volume of the beer itself, but the chemical information it's receiving from the alcohol. The alcohol interferes with a molecule called antidiuretic hormone, which will then cause our body to eliminate more volume than it may actually need to. This is the danger behind alcohol leading to dehydration.
It sounds like I should think more about my game time fluids instead of just trying to figure out which beer goes best with a soft pretzel.
We all know that watching a game is tremendously exciting. And while you're cheering and jumping up and down in the stands, keep in mind that while your brain is watching the game, it's also regulating your blood, your sweat, and your urine.
Well, there you have it. Blood, sweat, and beers. That's the science of blues hockey. Now I gotta go.